Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. The silver outlook still remains negative. As you can see from the technical point, the stochastic is still clearly holding to a negative crossover and falling quite rapidly. With the histogram now joining the path, now looks to break beneath the zero axis. Now a move underneath that level would give further scope to the downside and bring the pressure on the support at $16.15, which has so far been respected. The question really asked now is if the pattern does strengthen to the downside, we could be looking not at $16.15 but lower to where I've marked it here at $15.85. With any advances, should now find a cap around $16.50. Looking at the gold outlook, that also holds to a negative stance, not as weak as the silver, but nevertheless the pattern is forming for further pressure on that support minor at 55, which could see a move towards 49.50 in the next 24 hours. Overall, I do expect to see support from that level and could see a retracement up towards 63. Now that being said, if we get a break at 49, this could see further stops. As you can see here, the market is slowly forming for a further move to beneath 49 to 44 as a stretch before demand returning there. Looking at the Australian dollar, overnight the market was relatively weak after posting a low of 78.98. Previously looking at earlier in the Asian session at 79.48 as a high. Viewing the quality of the daily technical studies, it is evident that the market is in a bear phase and we should see further weakness. Now today we do have the Chinese trade figures out, which could rattle the Aussie a little. Nevertheless, the downside target holds at 78.80 and I do expect to see, if we do challenge 78.50, of a potential rebound. The reason why I say that is the fact that the US dollar hasn't fully recovered in its terms of bullish sentiment to support a strong recovery. At the moment it's only staging a mild, has the index still not struggling, but should still expect to provide further momentum to support any other currency of gaining or losing. So therefore we could see the weakness, as I say, towards 78.80 to 78.50, but do from a short side start looking to take some profit or lower your stops according to your trade in case we get a rebound back to 79.60. Well, the euro was relatively quiet overnight as the market is confined to a range of 117.73 to 118.13. It is viewed though that if the market does fall further, the next target is at 116.80. Now the dollar index is currently around 93.5. It did break above that 93.60 level, so this in terms should see further gains for the US and weakness for the euro. If we do get a break beneath 116.80, then the next trend, as you can see here, to the upside is at 114.80. On the day, I do expect to see resistance capping at around 118.20 to 25. Well, the dollar-yen story is still relatively bullish as the market still looks towards the initial target of 111.1015 to 111.60. Any pullback on the day, I do expect to see demand come back towards 110.0515. And the reason behind that is the fact that you can see here that the histogram is growing to a potential bull phase. So I do expect to see dollar yen in the near term recover back towards the top side with a base firmly holding at 109.3050. And to wrap up with sterling, well, the market still is negative purely for the fact that we had an outside range day to the bear side. We had further momentum coming back into the market to the negatives view of pushing it through 130.70 uptrend and now looking to the immediate target of 130.15 and towards 129.80. Now a break beneath there would give further exposure and keep to this objective of 128.50 with any advances now looking for a cap around 130.8010. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead.